on YouTube. My name is Football Fanatic here, and today I will be going over the Oakland Raiders schedule for the 2016 NFL season. So let's go over the regular season schedule first. We will dart through preseason real quick against the Cardinals. Raiders and the Cardinals. It's first week, so quarterbacks not really a competition. I'll give the Raiders the win there at home at Arizona, and then we got Packers. They're not gonna have a game. It's really gonna be all rookies, so I'll give the win to the Packers. Then the Tennessee Titans. This is when they both come out of their shell. Raiders will beat the Titans, make them 2-1 the preseason. And Seattle Seahawks, it's going to be all rookies again. So I'll give them the win over Seattle Seahawks to 3-1. All right. So in the regular season, the Raiders in the offseason, Raiders made many changes, and their defense is beautiful now, and their offense is shining. I could see this team going to the playoffs this year. So first week against the Saints, I predict that the Oakland Raiders will win 27-14 in a blowout, 27-14 at New Orleans. So next game is home for the Oakland Raiders. So against the Falcons, their defense still needs a few sparks, especially on the secondary. But for now, the Oakland Raiders will beat the Falcons in Oakland to get the win, 35-3 in a blowout. 35-17. We know that I want to give the Falcons a few points because, Falcons, they do have a talented offense when it comes to Rodney White. I think he's still on the team. They also have Julio Jones, and they have their QB Matt Ryan. So I don't know, but I say they lose 35-17. Next week they got the Titans. The Titans, I've went over this, and the Oakland Raiders will beat the Titans in a game. I forget what I predicted the score to be, but I know for a fact that the Titans will lose. So let's move on to week 4. So week 4 we have the Ravens. The Ravens they lost their defense. There's not really much looking forward to the Ravens. Really, I don't see a lot coming. So I think the Oakland Raiders can win maybe 28-7 in a loss to the Ravens at Baltimore. So they're home against the Chargers. I say that the Chargers will lose 27-17 in a loss because Oakland Raiders have a good team. So they're predicted to go 5-0. But then they got the Chiefs. The Chiefs, solid defense, amazing offense. Chiefs should be able to beat the Oakland Raiders 17-16 in a low-scoring game, as the Chiefs and the Raiders defense stick in, and it's a defensive game. So next we have the Jaguars. Jaguars, you're really not going to see much from them this season. So maybe Jaguars lose here 42-7 in a blowout. Not blowout, in a tough loss. Jaguars aren't just a good team. They're pretty bad. They're 6-1 right now against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have their franchise quarterback, have 2 nice wide receivers, have a tight end, but what they're missing is the defense. They did get Vernon Hargreaves, but they still need to spice up that defensive line somehow, and they won't get anywhere with that defensive line. So I predict the Oakland Raiders to beat the Buccaneers 28-21 to get them to go 7-1. Next week against the Broncos. Broncos, like I said, Broncos don't have a good team overall. Now that their quarterback is Paxton Lynch or Mark Sanchez. They're probably gonna have to start Paxton Lynch, but we don't know how he's gonna do yet. And Von Miller does not want to play under this franchise tag, so they lost a big player if he's not gonna play. So I predict the Oakland Raiders to win that game, 27 to 20. Next game we have here is the Texans. We don't know how Brock Osweiler's going to do, but they do have a good offense. They do have a good defense. And they have an awesome defensive line, and they have a nice cornerback. But what they're missing is their secondary, and that's what they need to fix next season, in the off season. So I'll have to give the win to the Raiders again. The Raiders might be the top team this year with their defense. So now let's see. They win. 5, 6, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1. So next we have the Panthers. Panthers lost a big key player, as in Josh Norman, but they did draft a few cornerbacks that could be stars in the NFL. So, I'm sorry guys. I say the Panthers beat the Oakland Raiders in an upset game. 24-27 in a last minute game. Makes them go 9-2. So next we have the Bills. The Bills they have the offense, but do we know if Tyrod Taylor's going to do what he did last year as a 5th round pick? I don't really think so. I predict the Oakland Raiders to win to go 10-2. Next game against the Chiefs. The Chiefs, Alex Smith is getting old, and I feel like he might get injured this season by this point of time. So I have to give the Raiders the win to go 11-2, 31-28. Next game we have the Chargers. The Chargers, again, not a good team. I feel like the Chargers will lose 24-17 in a pretty nice game to make them go 12-2. Now next week, after that week 16, they have the Colts, and I predict the Colts to win that game 42-14, because the Colts are a good team overall. You can't judge with that. They're one of the best. So Colts get the win there to make them go 12-3, and they beat the Broncos in a blowout 35-0 to make them go 13-3. So my predictions is that the Oakland Raiders this year go 13-3, and they move on to the divisional round. They get a first week bye in the playoffs. Now, earlier today, I will release the Seattle Seahawks, but that'll be later tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and more content will be delivered. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.